Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Gorham Rayston who rule and teach the world. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's hopeful elect. To begin with 144,000, the elect men of the nation of Israel, and the 1/3 men, women, and children, the believers, those of you that have come back in these last days to walk the walk of faith, you've come back to worship your power in truth and spirit, and hoping at the end for your salvation. To you, I may say shalom, and we are in the end times, the end time of this world, the world which is under the rule and influence of Esau Edom, the so-called white people, the Caucasian, and the Lord whom the world ignorant called him Jesus Christ, which his true name is Yahweh Shai Mashiach, is about to make his second coming. On his coming, he's gonna come to judge this world, and also at the same time to deliver his men, the elect, from the said perils, from the hand of their enemies, to give them rest in the kingdom of heaven in the near future. That kingdom of heaven which is going to be here on the earth. So without further ado, I may go into news, because there are so many news out there, which express clearly what time we are in. If without further ado, I may read this book of Second Ezra 9 and 1. It say, "Whoa." He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time, the regions in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproar of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." And thus is evident, as we see what is happening around the world, are just a fulfillment of what? Of the prophets written, in the Bible. All these events, these calamities that are happening around the world, these major events, this war and rumor of wars, this uproar of the people, the protests, the earthquakes, the and the many things that are part of the signs, like the blood moon, the presence of chariot, the chariot of the Heavenly Father. You people of the world call them so-called UFO. Those are the signs. The prophet themselves, we being standing on the corner, the street corner every week, is part of the sign. We are standing by the spirit and power of the Heavenly Father, condemning this world, condemning this society, this kingdom, the wicked kingdom, to its what? To its ruin, man. Because soon Messiah is going to bring this society into destruction, man. We are speaking against the evilness that you people are doing, So the prophets are part of the signs, man. So this world have no time left, This society have no time left. It's only for the major prophecies that are written in the Bible, when they come to pass, This word have no time, no time will be left for this word, and that's those major prophets. What one of them is what the mark of the beast, you know, the 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 the, the RFID microchip. When they implement that, you know, this word will have no, time left, man. So when Revelation 13:16 going, reading down, being implemented around the world, this society will go to war, man. This whole world is gonna go to war, and that war is gonna be known as World War III. So we are looking into news and the looking these events that are happening around the world. We filter them with the word of the Heavenly Father. And the word of the Heavenly Father is only found in the Bible. And we understand we are in the hand, man. And the Lord whom you people of the world ignorant according to Jesus Christ, he is about to make his second coming, and he's gonna come with a army of angels, and it's not gonna be good to most of you people, you people of the world, it's gonna be bad because a lot of you gonna die in the day of the Lord, as it says in the book of Isaiah 66 from 15 and going down, because the Lord is gonna come with a fury of hunger, man. If I may lead, this is a book of Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, well, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with a flame of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So there's a lot of people gonna die in the day of the Lord. When the Lord appear on the sky, a lot of people are gonna die, especially those who are gonna be in the war. Because they're gonna be standing fighting the Lord, and that's when the Lord is gonna unleash his wrath, man. He's gonna unleash fire to destroy them. As I may read this book of Second Ezra, 13, and I may start from, because when you read the harp, it speak about the Lord coming, with his army, the angels, and it's gonna be in the big chariot, the so-called UFO. As I may start from 8, it says, "War. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet does fight." So the army of the world, these soldiers, Esau's army, they're gonna be there in the theater of war, there in the Middle East, and then the Lord is gonna show up in the sky, and these people, they're gonna unite, together. This army of this world is gonna unite together to fight with the Lord, but they're gonna fail, as Gideon said, "Well, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand or held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and that's a concentration fire from the chariot of the Heavenly Father, from the so-called UFO. The Lord is gonna blast the people with that concentration fire, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and he burned them up every one, so that upon sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So even Prophet Ezra was afraid, seeing that great seeing what the Lord have done to those people, in the future, you know. So that's what the Lord is getting ready to do, to destroy people. So there's a people who are gonna be fighting war in the Middle East. The army of this world, this army of these different nations, they're all gonna come together. They're all gonna come together to fight the Lord, and that's when the Lord is gonna unleash fire, So, and that's gonna bring death, to a lot of people, you know. So yeah. So in the news they say what Russia warship to arrive in Havana next week, say Cuban officials, as the military exercises expected. So all these nations right now, they are preparing. They're getting ready. Sharpening their sword. For a reason. We see this nation like Russia, coming together with his allies, and America as well. They are doing the same thing, So this proves that the time we're in at the time of the end, you know. So as I say, I'm read a little bit. So for Russian warship, including a nuclear-powered submarine, will arrive in Havana next week. Cuban officials said Thursday, citing historical friendly relations between both nations, and as tension escalates over Western military support for Ukraine in its war with Russia, And as it was also a Cuban foreign ministry said in the news release that the ships will be in Havana between June 12 and June 17, noting that none of them will carry any nuclear weapons, and assuring their presence does not represent a threat to the region. I'm reading it down. So the announcement came a day after U.S. officials said that Washington had been tracking Russian warship and aircraft that were expected to arrive in the Caribbean for a military exercise. They said the exercise will be part of a broader Russia response to the U.S. support for Ukraine. So these nations, they're already in war, like I may say. They're into war right now. They're in war, I may say. So, like, since the end of World War II, I may say, the Cold War, that was the beginning of the World War III to this now, it's only time, and the thing is going to escalate to what? To bring that World War III, man, in full effect. And it's going to be where? There in the Middle East, where the theater of war is going to be, well, it's going to be used completely, man. Right now, there's a war here and there, but the main one is going to be fought in the Middle East, man, in the near future. As I read another article news, well, Putin warned the Russian could provide long-range weapons to others to strike Western targets, So right now they're in what? In war of words, man. And also there's a battle here and there. There's a fire here and there. But between Russia and America, they still what? Stretching their military muscles to each other, man. They're trying to show themselves, I got this, I got that. So they're doing this strategic move, they're playing game of chess right now. But at the end of the day, is Mostia who's gonna put spirit in these leaders to go in full war, man, in full scale blown war, man. And that's when you're gonna see these missiles, nuclear missiles that he right now kept kept. I mean, not in use. They're gonna be in used in using. I mean, they're gonna be used. So like, and they're gonna be destroying each other. So yeah, you see, I mean, these things are going, it's getting harder and harder every day, man. Between these two major nations. As we read again here, President Vladimir Putin warned Wednesday that Russia could provide long-range weapons to strike Western targets in response to NATO allies allowing Ukraine to use their arms to attack Russia territory. And also we found, I mean, I come across also the news in Reuters as always say what? Oh, that's the same thing about Russia. This one is about NATO. NATO to conduct largest military drill in Baltic Baltic Sea. You know, NATO is scheduled to launch Baltic Operation 2024 by TOPS 24, the largest military exercise ever held in the Baltic Sea, on Wednesday. News AZ report citing Lithuanian media. More than 30 Allied warships manned by over 4,000 seamen, Marines, Navy Aviation, and the other Navy specialist personnel were expected to arrive in Klaipeda, Lithuania, in land up to exercise. You know, so there you see, man. Things are getting what tighter and tighter. You know, between these nations as we see, man. As I may read down here, so around 9,000 troops, 50 ships, and 80 aircraft from 20 NATO countries will participate in the largest ever BITOPS exercise. This year will mark the first time Sweden, which has taken part of BITOPS since 1990, will participate in the exercise as a NATO member. As go down, is so BITOPS is organized by the U.S. Naval Forces Europe and Africa and the U.S. Sixth Fleet, with command and control provided by Naval Striking and Support Forces NATO. So yeah, man. So we see things are getting tighter and tighter concerning the end time. Concerning where we're gonna be seeing these nations are going to war, man. This is the book of Joel 3:9. You say, what? Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshare into sword, and your pruning hooks into spear. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourself and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourself together round about. These are caused thy mighty one to come down, O Yahweh. The mighty one are the angels, man. The angel of the Heavenly Father gonna come down as well. To witness and also to bring more fire, man. And also to deliver the men of Mosiah. Let the heathen be wicked and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So Mosiah is about to judge these nations. That's why you see these nations are not sleeping, man. Concerning the upcoming war. They are getting ready every day, preparing, doing drill here and there, man. Sharpening their sword. They are in the war game right now. So soon it's gonna be brought in the land of Jehoshaphat, man, in the Levante. They are in the Middle East, the theater of war, to be judged. Because of what? Because of what they have done to us, man, the Israel, man, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native America. As it say, but put ye the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fat overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitude in the valley of decision, For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining because of what? The great smoke, you know, from those nuclear explosions, the bomb explosions, you know, they're gonna cover the sky, man. The smoke and the ashes, you know, they're gonna cover the sky, man. You know, from the explosion, and that's gonna bring darkness, you know. The Lord also shall roll out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. You know, so everything gonna be in what? In 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 shaking, man. The earth gonna be rolling to and fro, you know, from the nuclear destruction, you know. And the Lord himself is gonna bring more fire. The only way to escape is through the Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. And only the Israel are going to receive that salvation. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat.